Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We are back at SeaWorld Orlando. This is the very first night of their Christmas celebration here in the park. I'm really excited to be here. SeaWorld is notorious for putting me into the Christmas spirit year after year, and things are a little bit different this year. We are in the era of COVID, and they have a lot of different shows, a lot of different activities going on this year's event, and so I figured we'd come here on the opening night, check out everything that's going on, and see how SeaWorld is keeping their guests safe in the middle of this holiday celebration that is going on here in the park. We got a lot of different shows that we're going to try and see tonight, and we're going to see how they handle the social distancing within those shows, so that way you guys can make an informed decision as to whether or not you want to spend your time here at SeaWorld this holiday season to celebrate the holidays. So with that being said, let's head on inside. We got a lot to see and do. I'm excited. One thing that I do want to say before we get started is that if you're not already subscribed to the channel, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. It only takes 2 seconds. It's totally free and the best way to support the channel other than leaving a like. If you enjoy this video, please go ahead and leave a like down below. It also takes 2 seconds. So that's 4 seconds, totally free way to support the channel. And I think the tree is telling us to get the heck out of here. So let's go into the park. Look at how cute. I love it. That is awesome. You look great. That's awesome. Yeah, you guys know what time it is. It's time for Coda to try and get the attention of a dolphin. And just in case you guys are wondering, this is a very popular place for people to congregate and get close together. In case you guys are worried about that, we always try to stick towards the edges over here. Looks like Coda grabbed the attention of the baby. She got the baby's attention. So now typically in years past over here in the waterfront area, they would have snow. Doesn't look like they're doing that this year. Actually, they might. I do see a snow machine. Is that a snow machine?
It's a bubble machine.
A snow machine. So they might do snow, but in years past, they also had it on the schedule that they would be doing snow at this time and that time. So I don't know if they're going to be doing it this year. I guess we'll find out later on in the night if it's going to happen, but those do look like artificial snow machines. And in years past, they've had this photo op over here, and they're doing it again this year. No one's in there right now, but Coda and I love this photo op. We love it. Just under the mistletoe. You're looking cute. This is as close as we're gonna get. I genuinely hope that they do snow this year, but I also understand if they don't. But the decorations in this area are quite lovely. Lovely. I was gonna say nice, but it turned into lovely mid-sentence. And over here we have the first of many specialty food booths around the park for their Christmas event. This one's got loaded mac and cheese bowls. Okay, so we may have lost Oh Wondrous Night, but we do have a different show. It's a wonderful night, a new story to tell, and it's still got the whole gospel vibe to it, it looks like, and that's what I admired most about Oh Wondrous Night. So I'm very hopeful that this show is just as good, if not better, than Oh Wondrous Night. I'm sure I've mentioned this in videos in the past, but Oh Wondrous Night is the show that really put me into the Halloween spirit, into the Christmas spirit every single year. I'm always looking forward to it. So hearing that Oh Wondrous Night was being removed this year really saddened me. So we're heading inside the Nautilus Theater now to check out It's a Wonderful Night. So I'm very hopeful that this new show can live up to the Oh Wondrous Night reputation. I also like how the please wait here social distancing markers are Christmas themed. That's so cute. Okay, so seating in here is not bad. We have just about every other row being seated, with a few rows being marked off. So like these 2 rows back here are labeled as this row is closed, and they do have tape every 3 feet or so that people can know how far more or less they are away from each other. So it's not bad at all. And it also looks like having more than 2 shows a night is really paying off. Gives people much more opportunity to see it. So the ultimate benefit of seating every other row is that we can now put our feet up and not feel bad at all.
Oh my gosh, could this year get any worse? People come from all over the world to see this show, and now I'm the one that has to tell them they can't. Look, I know you probably have lots of bigger fish to fry in the world right now, but if anyone's up there listening, I could really use some help down here. This is supposed to be the season of hope, and I'm losing all of mine.
You don't mean that.
Oh, yes, I do.
No, you don't. If you had lost all your hope, we wouldn't have heard you.
But I'm the stage manager. I don't have a cast, I don't have a crew, I don't have a crowd. I have a crowd. And an audience. Well, who let you in here?
I did.
Well, who let them in here?
Let's just say it was an executive decision.
Well, I didn't get the memo. Who authorized it?
Oh, this came from the top floor, I assure you. Telling this story is considered essential business where I come from, now more than ever. And we need you to step up and make it happen.
Oh, but I'm in over my head. I'm unprepared. I'm unqualified. I'm terrified.
As I like to say in my line of work, be not afraid. You got this.
But I just don't see how we can get it done given the time frame.
If you've lost hope, if you've lost faith, how do you expect to leap over the obstacle? That is why they call it a leap of faith. St. Paul said that.
Really?
Maybe it was Oprah. I don't know. It's hard to keep track. The point is, you've got to have faith.
Why do we need to wear these masks?
The top floor wants us to lead by example.
But we're immortal.
Immortal? What does that have to do with putting...
But these are so heavy. Why can't they make them out of this nice soft robe material?
I don't disagree. The robe material is nice and aerodynamic for flight, but you can't breathe through it. Can you imagine talking through this? We'd all sound like the parents in Charlie Brown Christmas.
That was amazing.
Thank you. And by his words. But the angel said, "Fear not, for behold, you shall conceive and bring forth a son, and you shall call him Jesus."
Oh, I believe stage left is the safest pass. There's a chorus of heavenly hosts on their way.
So we just got out of It's a Wonderful Journey. So very different show. It's more of an abridged version of Oh Wondrous Night with fewer cast, no animals, none of the puppets or anything like that, but they still had a few of the very popular songs from Oh Wondrous Night, and the choir or chorus or whatever those guys are, the angels that come out and sing. They have a few of their most popular songs throughout the show, and they're, you know, they make a lot of COVID jokes and things like that, and poke fun about the world that we live in right now. So it was okay. It was okay. It's nothing compared to Oh Wondrous Night, but it is a little taste of it, and it is a way of, as they put it, keeping the tradition alive. So I'll take it. Not my favorite show in the world, but I'll take it. It's still got some of my favorite songs from that show. Okay, so what's going on?
I found the jackpot.
So what's happening with this?
It keeps, I only have 1 quarter. I still have my quarter, but it keeps lighting up.
Watch it not light up now that it's on camera. Oh. It's a Christmas miracle! You get free water jets. Some more victims. And watch, it's gonna go red one more time. Coda is living for this. She still hasn't put in a quarter or anything. Oh, there it is again. So we found one that is busted, essentially. There are just Christmas lights everywhere. Okay, so I want you guys to let me know down in the comment section below, what are your favorite type of Christmas lights? These, Code immediately says purple. These kind of Christmas lights, the rainbow lights, are more my speed. I love the multicolored lights, and I don't know, they just look a lot prettier to me than the standard solid color, like the yellow white color. I don't know, I like these more. Okay, I am super excited because on the phone in the show times, it's listing the Shamu show as just the Orca encounter. I thought that they were done with Christmas miracles. They're still doing it. We're walking by Shamu Stadium now, and I'm hearing the like finale miracle song from Christmas Miracles. I'm super excited. We're gonna go and check that out at 8 o'clock and then catch the 9:30 Winter Wonderland on ice. Okay, so we haven't seen Polar Express return for several years now, and the last time we were here, Wild Arctic was closed, so it does look like they have transformed this into a photos with Santa area. So that's what all these people are queuing up in line for, to get a picture with Santa. All right, so this area right outside Shamu Stadium is a little bit of a cluster right now because we have Christmas Miracles that just let out. So that's a bunch of people. And then right over that way, we have Winter Wonderland on ice that just let out. So there's a lot of people coming this way. So this whole area right here is just an absolute cluster of people. So we're not entirely sure what to do or where to go right now. Well, this is new. This definitely wasn't here last year, but it's definitely a very Instagram-worthy area. Right next to Icebreaker over here. You can see it off in the distance right over there. Okay, now pose, pose, pose. My little Instagram model. But this is really nice. I can see it. Nugget's the Instagram model? Well, you're my Instagram model. Nugget's your Instagram model. Let's get that right. But anyways, I can see a lot of people taking plenty of Instagram pictures here. For real though, I can't wait to ride this thing. This is gonna be so much fun. So we're out here by not Nautilus Theater, by Bayside Stadium, and people are already getting seated for the 8 o'clock show. And we're still, and it's 7:10 right now. That is insane. Just goes to show that if you really want to make sure you get a good seat, you got to get here nice and early for these shows. I'm just a big sucker for Christmas decorations. Look at these snowflakes. Also, big yikes, this is the line for Rudolph, Clarice, and Bumble. Rudolph, Clarice, and Bumble. God. And the line stretches even farther once you're inside. I mean, we've definitely seen it worse, but just so you know, be prepared to wait if you're wanting to meet those characters. Oh my God. Dakota is absolutely in love with this shirt. What the heck? I can't. Oh, goodness. We got the specialty hot chocolate. We got gingerbread. I look forward to this every year. It's so good. It's my absolute favorite. We're gonna find a quarter now so I can sip on this and hopefully not burn myself. Alrighty, time to get our seats for Christmas miracles. And leading on up here, we got a lot of lovely drippy icicle lights. Not quite sure what else to call them. Alrighty, 30 minutes until showtime, and it is a very different situation from what it would normally look like on a non-COVID evening, because you know, normally seats would be very hard to come by. You'd have to be in here at least an hour beforehand in order to grab a decent seat that's not on the very end of the theater. So I will take this, and of course every other row being seated with rows marking off every 3 feet or so that people know exactly how far away they are from other people. But this is a perfect view. I'm super excited. Yes, he's back. He's wearing a mask with a little hole in it. Yes, I was so afraid that they weren't going to bring him back this year. Oh, I love it. And it makes total sense that he's not walking through the audience like he normally is, but I'll take it. So this is pretty interesting. You know, they were getting to the part of the show where people get wet, and you know, one of the whales just decided to not. And he's just swimming around. He's just doing his own thing. And so they're explaining that, you know, it's okay that the whales don't sometimes do what they're supposed to do. It's totally fine. They don't punish them in any way. They just kind of ignore what the behavior that they're not looking for, and you know, they'll come back in a little bit and try to get them to do whatever, and if not, that's still fine. But they're just letting him do his thing. A lot of people are losing interest real quick. A lot of groups of people are dipping out, leaving. Well, that's unfortunate. They're just calling the show. So the whales decided to not. So they're not going to make them do anything else for the rest of the evening.
All right, so again, everyone, please remain seated. We're going to go ahead and make
Well, it's also been 30 minutes, so that's the show anyway.
Yeah. Well, that was a very anticlimactic show, but those things happen when you're working with animals. That one killer whale just said, "Kiss my tail fin," in the words of Coda, and just decided to not do anything else. So it is what it is, but you know, that is to be expected when you come to SeaWorld. Those things can happen. So if it does happen, nothing you can do about it. But anyways, we got one more show to look forward to, which is Winter Wonderland on Ice, which is another fantastic show. I'm very curious to see how they modify it for the COVID era performance, if at all. But hey, that'll be our next show, and we'll explore some more of the Rudolph Christmas Village area and all that stuff too. Still got quite a bit to see. And some more stilt walkers.
What?
Looking very cool. And just in case you guys are wondering, they do have Rudolph themed Christmas masks. They got the red nose, they got Bumble, they have the Christmas characters over here from the Rudolph show in blue and pink. So yeah, and the masks are $10. I absolutely love this area of the park around Christmas time for Rudolph's Christmas Town. It's absolutely gorgeous. You got the sea of trees over here, which, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, I think there are significantly less amount of trees this year than there were last year. There still the same amount of trees, I think, on this half of the lagoon, but on the opposite side of the bridge over there, there's a lot less trees, and a lot of them look like they're not exactly working at the moment. So first day jitters is totally fine, and then we have the giant Christmas tree over there with a strip of lights that are not working. It's okay, I'm sure they're gonna get all that fixed, but it's still a pretty sight nonetheless. What were you doing?
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what a lot of fun to ride and sing in a one-horse open sleigh.
I'd like to think we have a decent enough view for the show. All this is reserved for people who purchased premier seating or preferred seating, so I don't expect there to be too many people sitting up ahead of us. But yeah, normally we would sit up there in the mezzanine, but they have it closed off right now. So it's all good. I'm happy with this. Couple things that I want to point out. Can we take a moment to appreciate these shoes that this dude's wearing? Look at how sparkly they are. Out here looking like Dorothy. And then the snowflakes are just whole whales. That's interesting. I never noticed that before.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, happy holidays and welcome to Bayside Stadium. From all of us to all of you, thank you for making memories with us this season at SeaWorld's Christmas Celebration. SeaWorld presents Winter Wonderland on Ice.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Is the not ready,
With the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of the cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Oh, we're gonna show signs of sadness. And I brought some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
I always hope that they screw it up one time.
Hold on. There's no G.
Oh yeah, there is no G. There is no G.
It's not. It's just not there.
There's just no G period. It's just Gino bells. we gotta rewind that. We gotta rewind that. Friendly word of warning, getting out of these shows is a nightmare. You know, they kind of have a system to release people, you know, in groups, but everyone ends up congregating at the top over here and just making their way out of the park. So we're going to do ourselves a favor. We're going to hang out up here for a little bit, wait for their crowds to clear out, and then we will make our way out of the park, because I think at this point the park is closed. And now, time for Coda to do some Christmas shopping. Got some really pretty ornaments over here. Got some with penguins. We have an orca one over here, one with some poinsettias that says SeaWorld. We got SeaWorld Christmas Spirit jersey. All right, that is going to about end our day here at SeaWorld. It was a lot of fun. We got a lot done. Coda, would you like to repeat that for the kids? Please repeat that for the kids.
Did you have a whale of a day?
Oh my god. Let me know down in the comment section below if you guys had a whale of a time watching this video. Give Coda some, what's the word I'm looking for? Satisfaction. There you go. Oh boy. Alright guys, well that is going to do it from us here at SeaWorld. Quite a fun evening. Quite a fun evening. We saw 3 different shows. Unfortunately, the orca encounter didn't quite work out with the ending, but you know, what can we do? The orcas do what they want to do, and you know, it is what it is. But anyways, it was still a lot of fun. There was still quite a bit that we didn't get a chance to do or see, so definitely want to come back very, very soon in the near future and hopefully do another video from SeaWorld. I had a lot of fun. Now, as far as what SeaWorld was doing to keep guests safe, I was very satisfied with what they were doing and how they were keeping track of the seating in the different auditoriums and theaters, and you know, making it was kind of up to the guests to separate themselves within their row, but the ambassadors were doing a really good job of making sure that every other row was being seated, and the exit procedures went very well too if people actually listened and paid attention. You had those few knuckleheads who just didn't want to follow the rules or listen, or were just really impatient, just wanted to get out, but what can you do? You know, you're always going to have those people out there. But other than that, mask enforcement was really good. You had a lot of ambassadors walking around with signs that say, hey, wear your mask. There are, again, those few knuckleheads out there who didn't want to wear their mask properly or at all, but what can you do? Again, SeaWorld has definitely improved as far as mask wearing is concerned, in my opinion, from when we first got back, so I'm very satisfied, and I think that you guys are going to have a fantastic time if you come out to SeaWorld to experience their Christmas event. This is the very first weekend. This is the earliest that they've ever started it, so you have from now until the very end of the year to check out this event. I highly recommend it for families. It is a lot of fun. Just make sure that when you come here, just be aware that there are going to be times where you are going to be in crowds. There are ways to avoid them. I you know, showed all that in the video. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Let me know what you guys thought about it down in the comment section below. Drop a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new around here. Ring that bell, get notified whenever I upload a new video like this in the future. If you want to support the channel a little extra and get a shout out on each and every single one of our videos, then hit that join button down below. Become a tier 3 member of the Express Squad today. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you are all having a wonderful day, morning, afternoon, evening, and I will see you guys in the next video.